Okay. Well, obviously, really good ball game for us. I thought that Kylie's home run just kind of leveled the field. Just kind of gave our kids a little bit of energy, and just kind of got us going there. The story of the day, obviously, is Lexi finishing with 17 in a row is just crazy against a really good team and a team that can run and do some great stuff. And just really impressed. We had made some nice defensive plays. Talon made one early. I thought Shy did. Becker did late on that pinch hitter. And then I think Kylie had a nice play. The two hardest balls that they hit were caught. Otherwise, I thought Lexi was as good as we've seen. So, excellent game. I know Oregon's going to come out for blood tomorrow, no matter what. That's what good teams do. When their backs are up against a wall. So I'm excited for the opportunity. Proud of our team and the way we continued to play. Really just say thank you to our crowd. Our crowd was maybe as good as I've seen here. It was electric. It was loud. You could feel the energy. They just keep getting better and better. So great ball game, and let's leave it at that.
I'd like Lexi, if you could address sort of what you felt was maybe working for you tonight, and did you have an idea that you were retiring them so many in a row at that point, or is that
honestly no, not until someone said something. But I mean, I felt good from the start. I was sweating a bunch in that bullpen, but being a Florida girl, I'm used to that. So, but I came out and I just trusted my drop ball, and they were putting it in play right to our players. And I mean, they're covering every single inch of that field, and they did tonight.
Kenny, when Kylie hits the home run, first pitch swinging, before that you guys had just been kind of pedestrian, and you didn't really look at a lot of pitches either. What was sort of the talk going into that inning, and then what was the directive with her?
I didn't say anything to her. I'd like to take credit, but I can't. She's just, she does what a fifth-year kid does. She just has a big at bat when her team needed it the very most. I was not real thrilled the first time through, to be very honest. I thought that even Becker looked like they were trying way too hard. We were just a little bit out of being the best us, and our rhythm was just not good. We couldn't get timed up well. So credit them too. I mean, that's what Missy does, and if their kids execute, it makes it tough. So I didn't have any words for Kylie. I just reminded them all, just pick a speed and go. Just let it go, and that's what happened there.
She hits a home run, and I think the next 5 batters get on. I mean, it just felt like that was, the wraps coming off you guys.
Well, that's what Oregon did last week at our Kinsaw. They put up. I mean, it looked like, if I remember right, they had 3 innings, all one in a game where they had big numbers. And I really felt like if we could just get that game back tied, that we'd have a chance to kind of go. I knew our crowd would get going and all that. So just credit our kids. I thought our kids had really good at bats. Oregon threw the ball around a bit, and that's what happens. We've been there. We know that. And credit our kids for just continuing to have great at bats and taking advantage of that stuff.
Morgan, you guys scored 7 unanswered after they went up 1-0, and that started with Kylie's home run. Obviously, as a hitter, what does that do for you at the plate when you just see one go over and kind of know that you guys are drawing even?
I think it definitely takes off some pressure that we may be feeling, or kind of that we got to get on or got to get base runners, and then we start to fall back into our routine and the things that have got us to this point. And definitely, I think Kylie's home run triggered us, and we were okay, we don't have to press. We can just get back to what we know is best.
Morgan, you came in last year. You talked a lot about wanting to succeed and compete in the postseason. And I mean, not to hit on last year too much, but you didn't have a great statistical postseason last year in the box. So I guess even though you've already had hits this postseason, how big was that homer for you?
It was a really cool moment, honestly. My first 2 at bats, I was in between these different speeds, and like just doing some like funky things, but like I never let that get to me or let it get into my head. And Coach G was just like, stay yourself, pick your pitch and attack. And that's just really what I wanted to focus on today. And so just to get that hit after like working through things this week, and especially like this game, it was a really cool experience, and that I can come up big for my team and show up for them, like, because I didn't earlier in the game, but so that was a really cool experience.
Morgan, with that at bat, 2 outs, and you fell to an 0-2 count. Just can you kind of talk about the pressure there and being able to fight, because you had a couple foul balls in that as well?
Yeah, I didn't actually feel like any pressure at all in that specific count. I just knew that if it was around the zone, I got a swing, got a battle. And I was really focused on my timing, just because like my other at bats, I was really like early and things like that. So I wanted to like make sure that I got things deep in the zone. And so I knew that if I would be deep in the zone, I was going to pick a pitch and it would fall right into my timing. And that's exactly what happened.
It was on a rope. Did you know it was over? Did you think it was going to hit the fence? What were your thoughts after you hit it?
No, I knew it was over. I swung and I was like, oh, that was great. So.
Kenny, when you've got a pitching rotation that's got Lexi and Kelly at the front, I'm sure there are days when it's hard to decide what direction to go. So I'm just curious, what made you think that Lexi was the way to go today?
I mean, John and I talked about it at the beginning of the week. I mean, we on Monday we were the only two in the office, and I knew he was going to want to talk. He's a planner. I'm not. I kind of can do whatever. And he said, "Hey, I think I want to go this way." And I said, "Hey, we don't have to make a decision here." And we never talked about it again. And I think we feel like this because of the way she's pitched here the whole year. I mean, she's been as dominant as anybody that we have this year. And we have just not played well behind her many times. And so, I came to the ballpark here today, and I felt like we got a number one going today. And I'll feel like that tomorrow as well. And it's just a credit to her for the way she's prepared and the way she's battled through injury from last year and been healthy and worked so hard. And I think we worked hard together. We had to back her off at times, and for her to trust us that, hey, we don't need you to be, I remember telling her early, I said, hey, we don't need you to be this, like you going 110, in January and February. We need you in June, the end of May and June. And I can remember we had that talk over and over again. And so I think it was her just trusting us. She wanted to play. She wanted to play more and more. I can remember she was three and a half months out of surgery, and we had the program in here, and we had to back her off. We're like, stop. And I could tell what she was trying to do was she wanted her teammates, her new teammates, to know that, hey, I'm all in. And I was like, hey, we know, back off. And I think that's really paying a lot of dividends now. And amazing kid, has just stepped in, and it was an easy choice to let her throw today. It's great. It's great to have options like this. It's really cool.
Couple questions, guys.
Morgan, it seems to be kind of the trend that the fourth inning is kind of when y'all's bats get going. I know in the postseason you guys are, I think 50% of your runs are coming in the fourth inning. Are you guys doing some special routine down in the dugout, or what's that about?
No, we stay pretty steady throughout the game. We come in and we know that our energy needs to be on 10. That was actually the first thing that was said today, energy on 10 all day. Just to remind each other that from first pitch to the very last pitch, stay on that energy level. And that's actually a very interesting point that you bring up, because I didn't even know that. So I just think that it's like a testament that if we keep plugging along, things are going to open up for us.
We saw a additional prop today, some sort of horse head. Any comments on where that came from?
Wasn't it a DoorDash yesterday or something?
Somebody DoorDashed a box of goodies. We have 2 more horse heads on sticks and a bunch of cowboy hats and bandanas that we can dress the horse heads in. So somebody dropped it off and was like, you guys seem to be having fun with this. So.
About that, Kenny. Yeah.
I said, you cannot bring those other horses out here. That is a disgrace to Bullet. You put them back and just keep them in the stable.